great on the phone, is it?
You need a headset at least.
I think we're going. Welcome to Saturday night.
No, I have it. It's just bad connection.
Not so grimdark tonight. Brandon's taking back over for his stuff. So welcome to Lost and Found.
Right on, everybody. Hi, Internet. Let's see. We left off with you guys in the middle of a really big city with a young, precocious tour guide who I believe said he was leading you somewhere. I'm curious if anybody kept up as... I can't quite remember how much I said before we wrapped.
We tried to interrogate him. I remember that.
I came in at the end, so...
There was a small child that we mugged, right? Is that how that happened?
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bruises and all.
I mean, small children.
He had like
right?
10 copper on him.
No, seriously, though, did we mug him?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I gave him a bunch of berries. I blew 3 of my 4 level 1 spell slots.
Grab my coffee, be right back.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Because I'm a nice dude.
In this game.
Hey, Proximo's getting better. This is the nicest Proximo's ever fucking been.
That's true, he did hug somebody last time.
And enjoy it.
Growth.
Gross.
Yeah, I didn't
tell if you said
didn't
gross
do that.
or growth.
Yes, actually.
It was gross growth.
Bradley's grabbing his coffee.
Coffee. Yeah. I'm gonna sleep on the plane. That's what planes are for, right?
As long as you're not the pilot.
And sometimes when you are the pilot.
That's also true.
I mean, 99% of what they do on planes anymore is just autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
They're there when the autopilot goes, hold up.
Yeah.
So, Declan, the precocious little lampwick who met you guys outside of Haversham's post return to the bookstore, made mention of the fact that for you to really get just about anywhere in the city for more than a couple days and or ask anybody questions, try to get any answers to all the various things going on between the new people showing up in the doorway and some of your old compatriots disappearing at the same time, trying to find out what the heck happened to Felix, something about the 5, all those various questions floating about in your head. You really were going to kind of have to get in with somebody who was more a part of the city proper. Sponsorship from one of the many guilds in the area. And he happened to know a pretty good buddy that owned a store around the corner who, as he put it, could get you into somebody's good graces, find you an inroad somewhere, maybe doing a little work. And on the way over, you ran into a recent troublemaker who had been harassing the various tavern keeps and other food stall vendors for soup information, as best as anybody's been able to tell so far. I think that's more or less everything.
That sounds about right.
Oh, Blaskin met another Warforged for the first time.
No big deal.
And, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have an existentialism. Any existential shit happen. It's fine.
Only a mild crisis.
Is it really? I don't know if I would call it a crisis. I'm not trying to make you sound bad or anything. It's like, I don't know. Is it a crisis if he thinks better of it?
Crises? Wait, is it singular crisis or multiple crises?
We'll find out later on this episode.
Okay, well, I feel like there's kind of...
Ballsy.
I'm still kind of upset that my 2 mentors have been poofed away.
Yeah, you seemed not too phased about that last time.
Still processing.
Understand it. Yeah, I'm
Right,
running
so-
Windows XP over here. I need more time.
Same.
Oh boy. So,
There's your computer joke.
uh,
Oh, there it is.
push the button, monkey. Anyway. So Declan's going to do his best to just kind of guide you guys through not a super long walk. It's just there's a rather large press of bodies around you. You're moving through some side streets. As he points out, you're in the clerk's ward, although that doesn't really have much context for you right now. And just kind of take some rights and lefts off of the wider main street that Haversham's looked out onto, and about 2 or 3 turns later, unless you're looking for anything on the way, he's going to guide you to a kind of thin building that kind of stacks up quite a ways at odd angles. It's a darker wood than some of the stone edifices around it, but it's got this kind of flame motif face on a sign that's just got one winking eye. It's just called Your Burning Desires.
Ooh.
And just kind of stops in the street and points up the 2 or 3 steps, because it's 2 or 3, you can't quite tell. Points up the couple steps in front of it, just says, right, you're gonna want to go in talk to Iggy there.
Who?
The proprietor of this establishment.
Oh,
What,
all
you're
right.
not coming with?
Iggy it is.
Like, can you describe in a sentence?
He just kind of sighs and goes up to the door first. Doesn't even knock, just, rattles the handle a couple times, and then
See, I wouldn't have known how to do that.
pushes the door in.
I'm so scared for him.
I give him
And
a pat on the back.
You can pick up like some very pungent, kind of almost patchouli spices, kind of wafting out of the interior. But he heads on in first, and you just hear him give another sigh. Iggy, got some clientele for you. And there's like sounds in the background of various objects being like knocked off a tray, and some footsteps on wood coming back around a corner, and like from the back of this beaded doorway, these 2 like dark hands pull aside, and you see a very like deep red skinned individual with like very almost flame colored like long thin sideburns, and then like shampoo commercial quality like red and yellow hair that curls down to his shoulders. And Declan makes mention, yeah, Primes again. Thought you might want to know. And he immediately lights up, like looks. He went from like a neutral kind of curious expression to like almost overjoyed in his face. And you just hear, "Welcome, come in, please, everyone." There's a lot of you. Okay, yes, all through the door. You said that there's room. I promise.
As I pass him, I want to whisper to him, just so you know, my family name is not actually Prime.
Who are you talking to?
To Iggy. Because Declan introduced
him.
He's probably like 10 feet away from you at this point. So he's coming through the back door that's behind kind of the sale table that's set up, close to the front entrance.
Okay.
I don't know if you would get the chance to walk past and whisper to him or anything like that.
Oh, well, I'll whisper. I'll like whisper, shout it, or whatever, however close I need to be. But because Declan introduced,
just be like, "That's not really my name." That sort of thing. I'm just trying to get context here.
What was that, Nick? Uh-oh, you're cutting out. I think his island sank.
Yeah, I know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So since Declan introduces us as Primes, I just want to make it very clear that my family name is not actually Prime.
Declan scratches, behind his head, just kind of a pained look or expression on his face. No, you're all primes. You came from the prime material. You're not local.
I think the rest of us get that, but I don't think he gets that.
He just kind of looks over at you, Flint. I feel sorry for you.
Sorry for your loss.
And you've only met us for this is the first meeting.
Anyway, so Declan kind of scurries out of the way and just grabs a stool kind of over in the corner. He pulls it out from under like a low bookshelf, so you can tell he kind of has he knows the place, and just kind of sits back in like a back corner trying to stay out of the way. So then your shopkeep kind of forgets where his notes were. There we go.
I do that sometimes.
Kind of moves the rest of the way through that beaded doorway and comes up a little closer to you as you all are coming into the shop. As you kind of initially take it in, like, yes, some of the smells and like incense and stuff is a bit, punch you in the face, but it's just like, it's basically one entire like spiral staircase. Think like if you had a circular library, and then all the shelves that kind of match the height of the stairs as they go up are just covered in all kinds of random crap. There's like a random like weapon rack in one spot, like a potion collection here and there, like 2 or 3 in one rack, and then like another 10 feet up, there's another one that's got a couple. Not exactly organized, but a bit full. And you just kind of filter into the main like central area, and he puts both his hands on the front counter. He's like, well, now, my clients call me Igneous, my friends call me Iggy, and if we become more than friends, you can call me whatever you want. He just kind of takes a long stare at every one of you.
Oh, is he into robots?
He's
Omnisexual.
he's got kind of a flair to him, no pun intended. But he's wearing like a sleeveless vest with like a really wide open collar that's kind of open down to the navel, and then like kind of flowy pants. They're both in like a slate gray.
He's Aladdin?
So like
Jesus.
like best friends, or like what comes after friends?
Best friends.
I say this to Flint. I lean over to Flint and I ask him that.
You're too young.
I choose to not hear him.
Think you mean sexy time, Will? Give him a big wink.
I immediately start daydreaming about apples.
Yeah, Iggy winks at you as well, Will.
Apple sexual.
I ask him if he
Anyway.
has. Wait, no, hang on. I can't eat any apples. Never mind.
Please look around, see if there's anything that suits your fancy. I love working with primes. You're my favorite, almost like a fetish. I don't know, I shouldn't put it that way.
Oh.
What's a fetish? Blaskin says out loud.
Oh, they are brand new, Declan, aren't they? Oh, you're my favorite source of clientele. And Declan's just like reaching into his pocket and chewing on some jerky.
He's got pocket sausage? Lucky, attack.
No, he has pocket jerky. He's not infringing on my territory.
It's still some sort of pocketed meat.
That's what happens to pocket sausage after it's been in there just way too long.
Dries out, becomes pocket jerky.
So what's anybody doing? Are they all just sitting there in stunned silence?
I'm partially silent because I keep cutting in and out, so I'm not quite picking up everything.
I came in at the very end of last time, whatever y'all were doing, so I honestly do not know what all was going on.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to recap a little bit when we picked up, is you guys ended up with a whole bunch of questions on your plate, including where's Felix, who the hell tried to kill Haversham,
Oh yeah, who's number 3 or 4?
what?
That was the Roman numeral, right? The one
yeah,
that
the
was
Roman,
left at the
because
time.
he explained to you guys that by his knowledge about the Five as an organization, they're 5 independent kind of, I don't know what you want to call them,
Mini
like
bosses.
wet work cells.
I like mini boss.
So they're different groups that work independently and do some of the darker work, either for their own gain or for the right coin. That's about as much as he could tell you. He's like, okay, they're kind of a whispered name, and that Roman numeral means that whoever left the weapon was either from or had a weapon from cell number 3. It's going to be like one of those practical jokes where there's, cells 1, 2, and 4, and nobody can ever find 3.
Nice. Well, I believe we came here looking to get any information we could about our friend.
And Declan kind of pipes up from the back. Look, they need some sponsorship, right? The Primes. They got lots of questions. No one's gonna fucking answer them. I know you got stuff in your back pocket, right? Some jobs, some. Introduce them to some people. You know everybody. Everybody. So that kind of, his eyebrows raise and he kind of gets lost in thought for a second. Yes, I can certainly call in some connections if you're looking for work or looking to make a name for yourself. Break you into Sigil proper. But I haven't worked with you before either, and my name's a bit on the line as well. When people come to me to find the right people for the job or find the right item they're looking for, I should, what is the word? Perform.
Well, I'm not in shops here, so I'm not sure if you know him, but do you know Haversham?
Oh, old man runs the bookstore.
We've worked for him many
Yeah,
times.
he made good tea.
We worked for him a lot. Recovered a few items
I
that
start
went
crying.
missing.
Sorry, what was the last part?
So we've worked for him. We've looked for items that have gone missing that were pretty good importance to him, and we recovered them.
Ah, that's
So
not bad.
if,
That's not bad.
Working for him, or if he could vouch, which we'd also. The main thing I'd like to find out is who hurt the old man.
Oh, a lot of people get hurt in this city, I'm afraid. Kind of a different business.
But an old librarian.
Not everything is as it seems here. Could be misdirection. Could be someone didn't want to pay their late fee. Tell you what. I would be happy to show you a couple leads for some work, some sponsorship, as you might say. But first, just so I get to know you a little bit better, How about a round of drinks?
It sounds good. And I've also got pocket
I have the best
sausage.
Sebastian wine.
That sounds delightful.
If you're buying, I'm in.
Oh my god.
Awesome
yeah,
idea, in theory, for me.
Do I have money?
He's still stuck on whether you were literal there or not. Lucky.
Yeah, I pull out sausage and then toss him one. No euphemisms. Actual sausage.
It's a joke. Okay. Right. Ooh. I'll be right back. And goes back through the beaded door for a second. And comes quickly back out with a like a big snifter. I don't know if that's the right term. Decanter. There we go. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 glasses. The I don't know, maybe like 2 ounces in each one of like this really like a deep blue liqueur, and just kind of sets it there on the main table and points over kind of, I don't know, 10 feet to the left of Declan. It's like where the stairs start to spiral up. There's like a little mini door underneath the stairway. He's like, hey, go back over there, open that up. There's chairs for everyone if you want to play. Way to sit. And waits for everybody to just kind of get situated in the area. Kind of offers the tray around to the group. Hey, Declan, you should get in on this as well. And you see him wave it off. You know I'm not into you, old man. Old man? I'm only 60.
Got something in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Hi there. Hi there, Chris.
I take it everyone is
Yeah, have a seat.
on board.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And smell what's being offered. Take a good sniff of it first.
It's got a weird kind of spicy, almost clove kind of smell to it. A little sweet. Nothing seems amiss. Just
Ooh,
a very
sweet and spicy.
forward host. Before I do business with anyone, I would like to at least share, a drink, maybe a little information. Know who just walked into my shop. You are 7 strangers and 1 precocious little brat that I know pretty well.
Understandable.
So-
That doesn't change your opinion of us.
On the contrary, I would like to know who would like to work with me here. As you know, I am. Well, we're drinking now, so I am Iggy. You are.
Call me lucky.
What's the? I'm sure you are.
Flunt.
Wivosh.
Blaskin Greenheart.
Oh, you can call me Gumbo for short.
And you are.
I choose to believe your actual name is Gumbo for short now.
And the handsome one with the dark hair.
Will.
You certainly will. And Tony's not here, so she'll just introduce herself as well. Great. And you said you work with... and after he gets everybody's names, he just immediately bombs the entire glass. You says you worked with Haversham before.
Yeah, several times.
It's adventurous work finding books for the old man?
Not always books. Yeah. Sometimes knickknacks.
Paddywhacks.
I'm gonna trust Lucky that he knows what he's doing, and I'm just not gonna interrupt him or say anything. Get a drink.
I'll go into a little detail about kind of where we've hopped around and done, but not specifics. Give anything away.
Gumbo, you can't really. It's pretty strong.
Not soup.
Oh yeah,
It's-
that's
It's
less.
yeah, you're starting to feel this morning's breakfast come calling again down at the base of your throat there. That might be a problem in a minute. You get the rest of you see her start to turn a slight shade of green in the cheeks.
I'd like to down mine if I'm not already done downing it, and then lean over and say, "Hey, you gonna finish that?"
Oh, by all means. And I raise my cup up with a hand over my mouth.
And I will take it away from her.
Yeah, that was a natural one on your con check.
Oh.
Ooh. And then I will
Everyone
slam
else-
hers back as well.
Yeah, it's a little. He's not sipping champagne here,
Okay.
and it's
For
like
the greater
really
good.
syrupy. But the rest of you rolled fine, so does give you a slight buzz pretty quickly.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Will, you rolled high enough that even if you had a little extra, then you're
Oh,
you're,
yes.
you're surviving it. So
Yes.
and this is this is your first visit to the big city, the biggest city, center of everywhere. Yes.
Yeah, I've never been here before. I can't remember if I'd asked previously. Has Lucky heard of such a place in his studies or anything?
Yeah, it's been mentioned, mostly in like margins, because a lot of the stuff that you've worked with has just been from your material world context.
I'm a
But
material girl.
there's enough. Prime
I'm
material.
glad you said it because I was going to if you didn't.
But enough folks have dabbled in older research and things that it's not a foregone or I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Not unknown.
Yes, you've if not intimately familiar with it, you've certainly heard it or read it talked about.
Yeah, never been here, but I've heard a few things here and there. Very interesting place. Nothing that I've thought I'd visit, but kind of neat now that I'm here. Not that I intended to be here, but
Not many of us are initially. I came here probably 22, 24 years ago. But a great place to make connections and lots of people to meet. So,
how easy
what
is
are
it?
your...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, please, you first.
How easy is it to get back to where we came from?
It depends on how you came here. I mean, the doors mostly stay where they appear.
I don't remember. I think where were we trying to go? I was just trying to go home. Or
Didn't
we
you
know
use the
going to
wand?
Haversham, wasn't it? Was that it?
Yeah, didn't you use this? I thought you used an artifact
I
or a
did.
wand or something to transport
I
us.
used something Brandon got us, but the spot I was going, I can't remember if we were going to Haversham specifically or where we were.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah,
Haversham's.
you guys had acquired the latest artifact and were porting back with the limbo anchor that you had to Haversham's bookstore. So you were able to reach the bookstore, but upon landing, if you had made your way back to the actual portal door that you went through in Nick's neck of the woods, that seems to be defunct. All of the port keys in that bookstore have been defaced or destroyed.
So yeah, funny that we
So
were
when you went out the front door.
doing a job for Havisham and trying to port back to his place, and his place was here.
I'm surprised you made it. Not many people can come through. Well, the lady doesn't really like people not using the door.
Yeah, last place we were.
I don't
What
know.
was the name of that, Will? Will?
I actually have that note. Hang on 1 second.
He took it on vacation with him.
It's tattooed on his forehead.
Or from the
Oh no, he's gonna read
planet.
it backwards.
No, it's Orthala.
Yeah, that's the name of it. That's where we
And
come from.
yeah,
No, I haven't been there. Not familiar. Well, now I've met someone from there, so excellent. More stories I can tell later. How are you, about, moral scruples?
I guess it depends on what type of moral scruples you're scrupling about.
Well, I mean, are they flexible, so to say?
Flexible.
Well, is it for the good of the many, or is it for personal gain?
Well, my only personal gain is that whatever job you end up taking, you'll actually be able to do, and then people will know they can bring me more jobs, and then we'll be fine. But
Yeah, we're not killers if that's what
there's
you're
all kinds
asking.
of.
We'll defend ourselves and
Oh
we'll help
no,
those
I
in
don't.
trouble, but we're not murderers or assassins for hire.
Oh, I don't get that kind of work. I try not to get that kind of work. I certainly don't have anything like that right now. No. There's just a lot of gray area in the various comings and goings of a place like this. Well, I mean, you'll see, I suppose.
Does it involve stealing property that does not belong to oneself?
Well, it certainly doesn't belong to you right now.
Yes, we've been mostly working in like reclamation, stolen property and all, but we're not doing the initial stealing.
Correct.
Well, I'm pretty sure anything that you might have to acquire, you didn't initially steal either. Well, I suppose you'll see soon enough, depending on what your experiences are and then who you end up running into. I'll give me a moment. I'll go find. I have some letters, some requests. Yes.
So
They're
what
under.
what is sponsorship? You and Declan both said earlier that we need sponsors. What does that mean?
Oh well, I mean, you're tourists. Let's say you stick out. There's just a certain way, a certain cant that the natives can pick up on. You're an easy target in just about any back alley. Also, probably pretty easy for you to get lost and end up talking to the wrong people, and well, then I never see you again. That would be sad. But no, the many guilds here in the city, if you ingratiate yourself to one of them, then they you are attached to something bigger, and that gets around, and you can carry some insignia or mark or something, so people know that guilds don't want to mess anything up for each other, and they don't want to step on the wrong toes. Otherwise, the lady comes by, and then you're lost in the mazes, and yeah, nobody wants that. So keeping the peace, belonging to some place or somebody, it's a much safer way to go, especially if you are full of questions.
What about the 5?
What about them?
Where do they?
Thank you.
Where do they...
In the hierarchy. You know, who do they follow, or who follows them?
See, that's one of those questions you probably don't want to go around asking just about anybody.
Could be important to know.
I wish I had more information on them, but asking questions in that regard is a quick way to lose customers, or fingers, or worse. He's just kind of very cagey about that particular topic, it seems. Anyway, I'll be right back. I think my notes are under the mattress or something. I'll do one moment. And kind of, breaking the topic of conversation, just kind of scoots off back and leaves the beaded doors kind of... Declan's still just kind of fidgeting.
Does he seem nervous or bored?
No, yeah, bored. It's like picking at his nails and stuff. And then from the back you hear, aha! Comes back forward and kind of sets down two different sheets of paper. I did have one that was stealing an item, but somebody came by yesterday and thought that might be a little bit of fun. It's some lawyer wanted to steal an item from a devil that's got a collection here in town. So I don't know if I'll see that person again, but they seemed up for it. So, ooh. Anyway, got the 2 requests that came in. How are you about heights?
I walk up a wall to demonstrate.
Okay, how are you about really high heights?
Well, lived next to a mountain for a while, so shouldn't be a problem.
Yes. Okay, well, the first one looks like the Thriftwind Mercantile wants a bit of protection on one of their ships. So that could be interesting. They have a delivery they need to make, and looking for... Seems they're low on hired muscle. So you would need to go talk to them in the Guildhall ward. Declan, you know the Thriftwind, yeah? And Declan just, yeah, been there. Little place, right? She's got the boat on the... Yeah, that one. Okay. The other one here... Oh, it looks like somebody at the Eternal Hunt wants a party to assist them on a monster hunt in Outland. So
That one sounds awesome.
you've either got... Yep. And they are at... Where'd that go? Shoot. Ah, yes. Eternal Hunt. Backside of Fathom's Rest.
Ooh, what kind of
monsters? I have no idea. All I know is old guy wants hunting party. Specified primes.
Well, that sounds like fun. If
Yes,
not a little...
I'm not sure I like that last part.
Oh, but Blaskin, it'll be so much fun.
That's like saying, requesting suckers for my job.
I only want schmucks to apply.
Specifically requesting idiots.
I think this must have been sent by message spell because it seemed like it was, under 25 words for the entire request. So I guess you'll have to ask the person They're at the hunting lodge if they're looking for schmucks.
That's our group name as long as we're in Sigil now. We're just the Schmucks. We'll start a band.
So, I can send you forward on either of these. One would... yeah, the other one was for the Lawyers Guild. That could have been handy. We'll see if that person comes back. Job might still be available when I see you next. But yeah, that either would put you in with the Thriftwind Mercantile. Pretty good, very busy company, honestly. Or the Eternal Hunt is a well-respected... I don't know if you'd call them a guild, but, you know, a whole bunch of people who hunt monsters for a living and make their names doing so. That's a big stick to carry.
And what's his payoff for
that?
Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, that's the last 5 characters, 200 PE. EE. I'm guessing
platinum?
Platinum each?
That's for either job.
The first one didn't say what its pay was. It indicated it needed a good interview, and then money would be discussed.
Look at the rest of the group. Good either way, but one of them sounds a little less messy, at least in principle. And knowing a lawyer might be good.
Oh no, that one's the one that somebody took yesterday.
Ah, sorry. So there's the Outlands.
That's the one that might still be there. So there's somebody's looking for a crew to help them on a hunt in the Outlands, some kind of monster hunt. And the other is the Thriftwind Mercantiles looking for basically a guard crew for their ship.
Okay, so the caravan guard duty. Yeah, I'm easy either way, guys.
Yeah, same here.
Have a preference?
I'll let you pick, Lucky.
Okay. I pull out a coin out of my pocket.
All right. Well, then fuck me.
1 to 50 is the first one on your list. 51 above is the second one. That will be the first one on the list.
The Outland Hunt.
Like we're going hunting, boys.
Great. Well, I do run a shop here. If you are going on the hunt, maybe there is something you might be looking for.
Do we have any details of what we're hunting?
No.
We could probably buy some traps or something.
Yeah, but what size? We don't know what we're hunting.
Just go big.
What if it's a bunch of tiny things?
Then they can fall in a big trap still.
What is it at that point? Kind of look around. What all is available in the shop? Like what kind of material?
So there's a bunch of just like sundry items. He's got, you know, plain, like just looking at them, they're not in the best condition. You kind of get the sense that this kind of the stock kind of changes based on like some people coming to sell things, other people buying them up. People have paid with items instead of so he's done some trade as well as, you know, people just paying in coin. There is a small selection of actual magical items in his shop right now that he can point out to you. if you're asking in particular, he kind of, when he initially like motions through the shop, there do seem to be like, kind of red velvet settings throughout the various bookshelves and storage shelves that kind of show off more of the high-priced items. And then there's just like, general stock of some various potions and things.
Is he selling any small plants?
Not currently.
Damn.
The lighting isn't that great throughout the shop, and it is kind of hazy as you go up the stairs with some various incense and things.
Sounds like he's got one plant in particular, if you know what I'm saying. No one knows what I'm saying.
I was just gonna let that one go. But there is a small collection of magical items that are currently on offer. There's some kind of arrows that have a bit of a glint to them. There's some stronger strength potion. There's a weird ointment. There's some kind of detailed pair of goggles that have like a kind of unnatural green glint to the lenses. There's a funky, like, multicolored round toggle or token with a feather mark in it. A bronze griffin figurine, and a wand.
I would like to check out the goggles. Hello, sir.
They
Can
do
you tell me
nothing.
more about these goggles?
Yes, those are... Looks on the tag on the back. Here, let me give you a link. That would be those. Goggles of night. Extends your vision in the darkness.
Or allows dark vision, doesn't it? If you don't have.
Correct.
Well, if we're going hunting, we maybe should pick up some medicine. Who knows what we might run into out there? What's this ointment? Novash is like looks at the ointment.
Oh, right. I can never pronounce this one correctly.
Boington?
Keftum is it is actually a pretty good panacea. Multiple doses. Each one can give you back 2d8 plus 2, along with poison, cure, and disease.
How much for these goggles?
Those, I could let those go for 400.
Oh, okay. I have 398, which is why.
Well, you talked me into it. 390.
I'm sorry, but I can't dump my life savings on goggles. Especially when I can turn into a creature with dark vision. Or blind sense. It's like, maybe 398 is a little too much. What about the Griffin statue?
Well, that's a lot more than 400.
Oh, never mind.
And how much is the ointment?
That one's 350.
Fuck, so close. A
Do you
little out of
have
my
any,
price
healing-
range, though.
Healing potions, maybe? Just some small ones?
Oh yeah, I've got. Well, that's just like a normal stock. Are you looking for just the standard, simple brew healing potions? Any of the stronger? I've got a good selection of the regular and is this the right one I'm thinking of? Yes, and I think I up to like 5 creature healing potions.
I'll take 2 of the lesser ones, just in case.
Okay. Normally I sell those for 50 each, but if you're buying 2, I can knock it down. So 90 for 2.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Here you go.
Meanwhile, he's taking the tags off that say even less than 45 apiece.
Expired last week.
Yeah.
So you can throw a couple of those in your inventory, or I can drop them in somewhere.
Any mage scrolls or anything?
I meant to add that from the table, so give me 1 second. One, 2, 3, 4. So currently he's got a couple level 3 and a couple level 4 scrolls. Divination, Freedom of Movement, Hypnotic Pattern, and Sleet Storm.
How much are those a piece?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh,
Geez, you don't know all this stuff off the top of your head? What the fuck?
Yes.
exactly. Okay, so the level 4s, Divination, Freedom of Movement, those are pretty steep. Those are going to run you like 15 and 1800 gold each. Hypnotic Patterns 73 and Sleet Storms 170.
Of all mine, mostly utility. I'll pass on those things. Yeah.
It's always changing, so feel free to check back. Right, so we've got Gumbo for short, 2 health potions. Handsome man with the bow, doesn't want the magic arrows. Interesting robot made of wood, no goggles right now. Dragon Man, did you want this?
Well, unfortunately, it's a little out of my price range.
It is.
This place is a fucking scam.
the goddamn Warforged just over in the corner, just muttering to himself. Yeah, the ointment's a little out of my price range right now, but I guess I could take a couple light healing potions just in case. Never hurts to be prepared.
Sure. Did you want the same deal as the little girl?
Well, I mean, if you're willing, I'll take it.
Sure. 2 health potions, 90 gold, please.
All right.
Swap. Anybody else want to do anything?
I actually have a question for you, Brandon. I have 3 aquamarines for some reason.
Mm-hmm. That's Felix paid you guys in precious gemstones first time.
Yeah. So would I be able to exchange? It says they're worth the 500 gold pieces.
Probably.
Would I be able?
Your character sheet, but
yeah. What did he say he wanted to sell the goggles of night? How much do you want to sell them for?
Those were 400 at initial cost. When Blaskin said that he only had 398, he's like, I could do 390.
So he wanted 400 for him.
Hmm.
I'd like to offer. I'd like to make an offer to him for one of the aquamarine.
You cut out right there, Nick.
One of the aquamarine
and 2 health potions. Can you still hear me?
Oh,
I think you cut out. You cut back
Okay.
in,
Back
just
in
time
at
for
the
us to
right
catch
time.
The end of that.
One aquamarine worth about 500 gold pieces in exchange for the goggles of night and 2 health potions.
Do some quick math. Yeah, that works. He'll hand over. You get 2 health potions, and he'll toss you the goggles. Don't drop them.
Which in turn I pass on to Blaskin.
I can't use, dude. I can just turn into an animal with dark vision. I don't need these fucking goggles.
But you wanted them.
Immediate buyer's remorse.
Fine, I'll take the goggles and put them on if that'll appease you. So, if I wild shape, am I just like a rat with little teeny goggles now?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh wait, actually, do I even have dark vision? I do have dark vision. Never mind, I'm good.
Oh, they enhance it.
We could have had
dark vision to 60 feet.
the super cool ointment that cures diseases and poison.
It's in Nick's defense on this. The goggles actually, if you already have dark vision, they do add more dark vision distance to you.
They do.
All right, okay, well.
So it's not totally fucking worthless.
It's just pretty fucking worthless.
By the way,
that's just me as a player. Once you hand him Blaskin, he's like, wow, really? For me?
Yes, Blaskin.
He throws them on the ground and steps on them.
I just wanted the lenses. Fits them to his face.
I'm going to put them on, and I'm going to wear them like right above my head, above my eyes. So when I look through or I'm going to put them on for a second. Does the blue like turn into a green glow when they come out?
Why do I only have greater healing? What?
Because the picture I saw for the goggles, they had green lenses.
Yeah, so then if there's a blue light behind a green lens, you kind of get a weird. Because it's not like white light coming from behind him, so it's not going to come out pure green. But you'll get.
Okay, so it's just a funky color. I can't wait to splinter cell people with these. Can you imagine me turning into an ape and then like sneaking up behind somebody wearing these fucking goggles and they turn around and look at me like, Jesus God!
Yes,
dude, that'd be
I'm
awesome.
imagining it right now.
Beautiful. For some reason, I don't have regular health potions in my items when I look them up. What book
Potion
are they
of
in?
healing.
Yeah, potion of healing. Or you
That's
can
what I
just
looked.
make an item and then just make it's 2d4 plus 2 for your standard.
There. Now you've got 2.
Oh, thank you. I'm just like, why are they not showing up?
I mean, it even says it's in basic rules players. Oh, maybe you don't have any of your books opened up.
Oh, do I not have? Oh, maybe I don't. No, I have. Do I have? I think I do. Whatever.
Because your character's ported over, so you didn't have to open
Indie,
most of those to do
basic
any
rules,
character generation.
players. Yeah, that one's loaded. Let me unload it and load it again.
Right. Cool. Does everybody have... Anybody else want to do anything in the shop?
I'm good.
Spend more of
I'm
Nick's
good.
money. No, I'm Blaskin's pretty good. I mean, he's essentially coming out of this with a fucking goggles.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the only one who got paid in aquamarines here. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you are. That's the color you picked.
Oh, did people pick different colors?
Yeah, he asked what everybody's favorite colors were. And then everybody got to...
Yeah, so
This is before you joined.
First, yeah.
Yeah, so who else has gyms then?
The people from the first campaign.
Oh shit, that was so goddamn like that's just ancient history.
That was before I joined.
Oh, so is that just? I guess that's that's Lucky, Will, and Tony then, because Az is gone.
Yeah, I think so.
I only have 120 gold to my name.
I will BRB.
What about our golden illithid rings?
Those are still there.
They're in the party sheet.
Yep. You have 3 of them.
How much are those worth?
Mm,
6.
no, I think those are. Oh man, I had a note. I think it's on my old work laptop when I was still using Apple Notes or whatever that was. I want to say they were just like 50-ish a piece.
Okay. I was mostly just curious more than anything else.
I'll add that in there now, just so. I'm not seeing. I think almost everybody else spent theirs.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep, potions.
Cool. Well, yeah, I had an aquamarine, and I'm like, you know what? Blaskin's a good robot. I want Blaskin to be well equipped. I want to upgrade my Blaskin.
We're talking software, firmware, hardware.
Oh yeah,
Dark Vision patch.
We're gonna upgrade all the wares.
Oh hell yeah! Next thing you know, we're fighting the monster, and the monster's Blaskin rolls up with a gun. And he's just the Terminator.
Yeah, exactly. The next upgrade is the minigun.
Blaskin, we're removing your empathy modules.
It's like that. It's like that scene from Big Hero 6 where he tries to take out the original module from Baymax when he's adding in the fighting one.
Uh-oh. So, Declan comes over and just kind of confers with Iggy there for a second. Gets the... did I make this note?
I don't know why. I just, every time you say Iggy, every time you're referring to him, I just, for some reason, immediately think, oh my god, Iggy Azalea.
Oh, I was going Iggy Stardust.
Oh shit, that's even better.
Okay, so... Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, Declan gets a general sense of where he needs to take you guys. Yeah, on your way out, Iggy just, gives a hearty wave and, I really hope to see you again soon. Don't die. And good luck.
Thank you.
Nice goggles.
I'm going to say thank you and then, slip the goggles on.
Looking even better. It's really bright outside, by the
way. Blaskin goes blind.
So Declan kind of waits for you all to filter out and kind of congregate again outside the shop.
Oh, he's somewhat of a character, ain't he? Right, so I'm supposed to take you all to Fathom's Reject. Kind of a themey tavern. I don't know what's going on with it. You'll see when we get there. But that's over in the Guildhall Ward, so... I don't know, like 20, 30-minute walk. Just keep your wits about you and keep your hands near your coin purses.
That one doesn't sound familiar, which is probably a good thing, right?
Well, all I know is there's the back half and the front half. The front half's more of like the taverny bit, and the back half's been co-opted by these hunt folks because it's got more room in it, and they kind of made it their hangout. So I guess that's what we got to go find your man here. Looks like you're looking for a... This is... I can't read very well. Lucius Dawn.
That's an ominous name.
No idea. Right, so I'll lead the way.
Make sure you eat those berries. They expire really fast.
Oh, I ate those while I was sitting in the corner.
Oh,
I got
good.
bored. I could eat all of them, right? They're not gonna like blow up in my stomach or something.
Oh, cool. You didn't eat all of them, did
No,
you?
why would they do
All at
that?
once? Oh, no. I get like a worried look on my face.
Those go right through you.
Say, Declan, is there a hospital for kids nearby?
He's starting to get a worried look on his face as he's looking between you two.
No reason, man. I'm sure you'll be okay.
Yeah, anyway,
No big deal.
cool. I'm gonna lead the way now. And anyone,
He,
a tip wouldn't go amiss.
he said he's going to lead the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like, I'm going to say it just loud enough for him to hear, but like I'm trying to whisper to the rest of the group, like, make sure you stay at least 10 foot behind. You know what happened last time? Buried.
Yeah, I'll heed those words.
Lucky, can you make a deception check? Or yeah.
I like to believe that for whatever reason, Will actually believes what Lucky just said too. Like Will's like, oh, Lucky must have more experience with this.
Oh, I
Do-
get.
Am I like totally bullshitted by it, or do I know it's bullshit?
Unless he wants to use one of his dice to change that outcome.
I really thought
he's
about it
not
just
lying
for
very
this,
well.
but I'm like, I may need that later, so... And then if he,
I think Lucky's just letting through a little too much of a smile as he's trying to pass this one off.
I like to picture I start kind of like chuckling a little bit as I'm saying it and kind of blow the whole thing.
I get it now. It was a joke.
A joke.
Right, okay. Yeah, I hope one of you is tipping me by the end of this.
I gave you
I
all
do
my
have rent to pay.
berries.
I ate them.
Yeah,
Those were
Lucky.
spell slots, bro.
I just say, hey, Lucky, hit him with a pocket sausage.
Spell slots don't pay the rent here.
I'm just thinking like exposure doesn't pay my bills.
Whatever.
They do if you have transmutation spells.
I'll work on that, I guess.
And does a 180 and starts heading off back towards one of the larger thoroughfares. It's going to take you guys most of the way there. Along the way, again, it's just big, bustling city full of different colors, different people of all shapes, sizes, races, animal forms. There's, just about anything. There's some kind of mechanical constructs, not like Warforged, but actual just like non-sentient contraptions that are pulling some carts at like a very, kind of think crappy steampunk, very bumpy ride kind of way.
Okay, yeah.
And where'd that stop? Or whatever. Along the way, the crowd press is not too bad. There is at one point like a crowd of kids runs kind of perpendicular to the road and is just kind of shoving through everywhere.
I grab my coin purse.
I say making sure that I'm holding tight to my possessions.
Yeah. We've played this game before.
I used to help with those games when I was growing up.
Clint's already like, oh, where's my wallet?
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, Blaskin, you have a great grip on your money. You're fine. I'm not going to pick on Tony because she's not here. Yeah, no, those are all fine. There's maybe it's because nothing was going to happen in the first place, or maybe it's because you guys are so just visibly like, whoa, hold on, where's my wallet?
They say we were already
but
told
you-
to hold on to our wallets, and then I totally did these things growing up. So
So you know you're part of the collision, but you seem to come back out with all of your personal effects still on you.
but as they run by, I'm gonna try to pickpocket one of them.
Show him who's boss.
I am
Show 'em how it's
proficient in
done.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Lucky, also known as the guy who robs children.
Better than the guy who kills children.
Oh, is that all of our characters in his game?
Yes.
So one scamp kind of sees you motion for it and then kind of turns out of the way, but you find the opportunity to grab at another one that was trying to reach for something on Blaskin's belt. And you manage to reach into his pocket really quick, and you come out with half a ham sandwich.
Sandwich.
As they turn and run, I'm gonna taste it.
It's probably been there since yesterday.
Okay.
Ew.
Like, hey, your sandwich needs some mustard on it, and I throw it back at him with the big bite taken out of it.
Fucking sucks.
This like super wide-eyed look turns around at you and like barely has enough time to catch the sandwich as it flies back in his face. Doesn't say anything, it just keeps running.
Oh, damn it. Can I retcon that?
And
I slide a pocket sausage into the sandwich before I throw it back at him.
Oh my god.
I guess you'll find that later.
I don't remember that being in my sandwich.
Smells better than the rest of the sandwich, though. Yeah, so that initial altercation aside, Declan gets you guys the rest of the way without incident, unless there's anything you're looking for on the way. I mean, there's a lot of city going by you. And, there's a general theme to the different areas, like the clerk's ward where you started. Again, like almost all the streets try to or have people trying to set up a little bit of something just to make a little bit of coin for the folks that don't have jobs in more like theme centric sections. Like the clerk's ward has a lot of the different guilds that actually do paperwork for the multitude of markets and merchants and things. And then the guild hall ward where you're heading has more of like your foundries and your makers and things, in addition to some of the guild headquarters. But along the way, there's small temples set up to different things. There's like small markets. So there is a market ward, which would be where you could find just about anything. But point is, there's ample opportunity in a place this big if there's anything people are looking for in particular along the way. I'm going to take silence as a no,
Yes, I'm not
and
I
you
got it this time.
you make your way. Declan leads you guys off the main thoroughfare again down. It's not like an alley. It's just not nearly as wide as the kind of high street that makes its way through all the different wards crossways. And you go around a couple apartment blocks, and then kind of in a kind of circular opening at one point, there is what looks like essentially a shipwreck. Take a boat, break it in the middle, and then build like a nice palisade wall around the whole thing. And you see a nice sign made of portions of the boat, I guess, as far as you can make out, that's been, carved well and everything, that just says Fathoms Reject across a big set of double doors that's kind of right smack in the center of the wreck.
Wow. Imagine being so shitty that not even the sea will take you.
Right, so that's the place. You're going to want to look at the back half. I mean, you'll probably know the second you step in, or they'll know that you're visiting, and you can ask around for what's his head, Mr. Dawn. And if you're looking for a tavern experience, that's the other half. Yeah, and there's like something about the middle, but I was just told don't go down in there, so
And what's
I
our
don't think you really
contact
can. I
name?
think they got it locked up.
Who are we looking for or asking for?
He hands you the slip of paper, and it's very short and to the point, but it just says the Eternal Hunt, Lucian Dorn, Seeking Primes, Outland Hunt, 200 PE.
Thank you, Declan. We will be heading in now.
He just kind of steps to the side.
I'll flip him 1 gold coin.
Here you go. I slap a pocket sausage in his palm.
I'm gonna give him 10 gold pieces.
Damn.
Thank you for all your help. You've really
Thank
been
you
a joy.
very much, miss. I hope you
course.
find your soup secrets.
I
gave
hope
him
so
15
too.
earlier, damn it.
What?
I gave him 15 gold earlier.
Oh, it totally slipped my mind.
Did it now.
Slowly draws my hammer.
Taught me
I'll
some
send this
experience.
right through it.
I've never thought about breaking my paladin oath as much as right now.
Here's a little something for your trouble, short one. And Wivash hands him 5 gold.
Oh,
Don't give
sweet.
him a whole fucking fortune out here. Damn.
He
Declan's gonna fucking retire with these quote unquote tips.
he thinks
Yes,
he's being
that was the
pretty
plan.
slick about it, and goes to try and quickly put all the coin away in like a pocket that's tucked into the back of his shirt, but kind of makes a hash of it, and it's just very visible. He's just still trying to play it off. Very bad sleight of hand roll.
Right, well, I'll see you around, maybe.
Maybe.
And kind of disappears into the crowd.
And he's immediately picked pockets by all the other kids.
you hear the crowd of children run right back through.
Put
like
a
a
big
stampede.
"steal from me" sign on his back as he gets away.
Yeah.
Instead of kick.
Yes.
So yeah,
He cut out at the perfect time again.
Hello?
Yeah, we got
Oh.
you.
Okay, cool. I just cut out.
Yeah, you did. We definitely noticed because you said kick and that was the end of it.
But, no, I said instead of kick me, it'll say rob me.
Oh.
yeah. It's not, your entrance isn't barred in any way. They're like 9-foot double doors in the front of the kind of. I mean, it's not really protecting anything. It's just they decided to put up a big palisade wall of kind of style. Kind of defines the outer exterior of the place. So you're free to enter either the port or the stern.
Well, I suppose we should head in.
Not
And I go to push open one of the doors, but I can't because it's too big.
She tries to push open the door, and I'm gonna like sneak up as much as I can behind her and make it look like she's pushing open the door.
I'm actually, as this is happening, I am going to be leaving now. because I have to get up early in the morning.
Oh,
Will disappears into the crowd.
So Will turns it into a poof of smoke.
Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and have a safe flight, brother.
Thank you. I will
Good night.
talk to y'all later. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Have a good one.
bye.
Have a good one, dude. The fun part is the doors are pull.
Well, at
Solid.
least we can look like idiots together.
Yes, we can.
And that's the real victory.
So yeah, you guys can go
We'll
on
keep
in.
pushing anyway.
Oh, that's
Some
one
patrons-
stubborn door, huh?
So some patrons enter out the other door, or exit out the other door. Just gonna give you a
Okay, I'll
quick look.
finally
Just-
pull the door.
They just shake their head. Fucking bribes.
All right, I'll finally pull the door.
All right, you enter. There's a. It's kind of like an inner courtyard almost. There's again entrance or entryways into. And I'm using the wrong boat term now because I said port and stern, but port's aside. The bow, the tavern, has just an open. There isn't even like a doorway. It's like the low saloon door kind of setup. And you can see in that there's tables set up on various like the floor slopes. So there's kind of terraces built into it for different seating areas, and then a kind of far off in the back you can see the bar proper. And then there are actually a set of closed doors and a kind of lion's head motif with the Eternal Hunt kind of embossed in silver next to the doors for the stern. And in the center, there's just a big iron kind of circular closed set of hatches in the floor. So, two half circles. But they look like heavy, like some kind of heavy metal and very locked tight with some super thick chain.
So we can't get in because it's locked with super thick chain.
No, that's the central, like that's in the floor of like this center courtyard.
Is
Between
there
the
anybody
two
hanging
halves.
around that looks like a secretary or somebody at a bar or employee?
Well, the central area is just kind of folks milling about after either coming out of the tavern or with any business with the hunt themselves. So it's not like you'd have to go into either if you wanted to check out anybody in the bar or if you just want to go into the guild's half of the building.
I don't think we're going into the guild's half.
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. The doors aren't locked, and they do push in. So you enter. It's got more of a pub atmosphere when you first go in. There's a couple different folks sitting at some tables off in the corner. It's like another bar, kind of, but just more like you're in somebody's basement bar. Like they've got their little wet bar over in the corner. It's not a big to do. And three different people immediately kind of look up, and they're just staring at you. One sets his drink down.
We're looking for Lucy and Dawn.
Oh, Lucian! People are looking for you. They look lost. You hear a lower voice, just kind of, yeah, back here. Like way through like another open hallway, deeper into the building there. If you follow the voice around, you are met with an image that I have somewhere, I hope.
Hey.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's not called Forest. That would help. Okay, this is awesome. There we go. A older human male, all gray hair, and kind of a nice brass tinged leather armor set, like the picture. Kind of a dour look on his face, but you know, gets a little more curious as you guys come around the corner.
There's
He'll help you.
You're being shared.
Oh, didn't it share?
I see the items in the chat. I don't have anything that popped up. I don't think.
Oh, I just hit the share button. I thought that popped it up for everybody. I can do that.
That works.
Right, can I help you?
We heard you were looking for primes.
You can tell you a lot.
I
Well,
believe
7
so.
of you.
Well,
Wow. You travel in numbers.
No, that's not really by choice.
So you're hunters by trade.
Reclamation specialist mostly, but do what pays the bills.
what he said.
Well, beggars and choosers and whatnot. Takes a long drink of his coffee. No, that's just me.
Method acting.
So, yeah, pull up a seat. He's in like a corner booth, so there's enough room for you guys to just kind of file in mostly. Bigger tables back here.
I'm gonna snuggle up right next to him. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Can't say I've
Get
ever
that
gone on a
nice,
hunt
get
with
that
a,
nice cold wood right up next to it.
Oh, is this hard? Oh boy. Yeah, it's just kind of watching you in particular, Blaskin's like, can't say I've ever gone on one of these with Warforged types, but it's in your name, I guess. Right, look,
Oh, actually, I never thought about it. That would actually be the first time Blaskin has heard anyone call him an actual Warforged.
interesting.
Never thought about that. Continue.
So, you're all like, what the fuck am I doing here? All of this is completely crazy. None of it's making sense. Something like that?
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there long time ago. Right, so, yeah, let me cut straight to it. See all the, he motions to like a line of portraits that are along the back wall. Eternal Hunt. Folks made a name for themselves. They got a portrait. I'm the 4th one down. I got a beef with the 5th one down. He thinks I don't have what it takes anymore. And thinks I'm not much of a leader. I lost crew. Lost crew a little while ago. Trying to take out a bit of a menace in some nearby terrain. So, got a bit of a bet with him right now. Put my money and my clout on the line. That I could take, fresh off the boat, or through the portal, whatever you want to say, crew, and complete a hunt for a high value target. Or I'll step down and take my portrait with me and really don't be seen again. But he's a lousy fucker, and he's got the same deal. Well, minus the group. If I don't get it done, no, if I do get it done, sorry, I've had a couple of these already, then he's got to go. And he's a right bastard, so... Yeah. Go on this, me. Take out our target, and 200 platinum for each one of you that survives.
God, that's a lot of money.
That's quite a chunk of change there. Do you
I'll,
have
I'll
the creature in mind that you want to hunt?
yeah. So I gotta finish what I started last time. I think it's moved though, so we still gotta track it down a bit. I can help with that somewhat. I know certain. I've been. Yeah, all this is gonna sound new to you, but it's out there. It's outside the cage. But I know I got a couple portal keys to get us into Outland proper, into the forests that it's been inhabiting and causing some trouble in. But, I'll even sweeten the deal. I recently came into some property here in the city. I'm already pretty set. Been a pretty lucrative lifestyle for me for a while. If you help me settle this score, I'll even give you the deed.
Man, you really hate this guy.
I was gonna say, man, you really fucking hate this guy.
Kind of look
Clint.
at everybody.
It's a bit of a problem.
And where's this property located, and what is the property? Is it? Do we have that detail?
It's a townhome in the ladies' ward.
Which means nothing to us.
So it's a right bit of kit in a really nice neighborhood. Put it that way.
Well, I mean, it sounds decent, but why so much on just this one thing? It seems I'm not sure of your stature, but like taking on all of us for your ego.
Well, I didn't just pull you in off the street this moment I saw you. I mean, you came through that, smarmy chap, lays it on really thick, offers you a drink when you first come in.
Yeah, that's the one.
If he sent you on, that's not a bad filter.
Well, I suppose I mean, I haven't got much else, so I mean, I'm in if anybody else is in.
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure. Let me double check something.
Is he has he been deceptive in any way?
Hold on.
He was lying when he called you handsome.
Kill him.
Right here in his own bar.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our picture on the wall now.
You get a sense that he's not lying. I think he's just you guess he's maybe just being a little bit guarded with all the details.
Okay.
Like he's got there's the tone of his voice doesn't seem to match the motivation. It's the best that I
All
can.
right. Really, what I wanted to know was, this sounds an awful lot like let's get these suckers and mug them in the middle of nowhere. So as long as that's not the case, I'm good.
I mean, with your insight roll, you're not picking up on anything malicious.
That's good.
Like he
All right.
sounds, like a sour old dude about the topic at hand, but he's, took one look at you guys and, was pretty quick to just start spelling it out.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Well, I know a thing or two about there being certain people that you just can't stand. I'm in.
Right.
The pettier it is, the more likely.
The pettier it is, the better.
Uh-oh, let me check my headphones here. Knew they were going to start dying. Hold on, let me plug them in.
Rip.
Well, that's the fun part about these, is they just go from wireless to regular. There we go.
Hey.
Right, so you all seem to be in on it.
I
Yep.
believe so. I haven't heard any objections.
Well, it works for me.
What kind of monster is it?
Oh, right. We're hunting a black dragon.
That should be
What?
plenty exciting.
Is it a young one or
Eh. Young enough.
Young
Is it-
enough.
Is this the same one as last time then?
Yup.
Well,
So, you're going to be needing an rest, or do you have a nice leisurely travel here and ready to get into it?
I could go with the walkabout, but if everybody else wants to get right into it, can always do that later.
Well, here, I'll put it this way. If you need any rest, there's dorms in the back for hunt members. You're temporarily on the roster, so you get yourself a room here on the cheap. And on the cheap being buy me a drink. And if you don't need them, then we're all set. It's going to be a bit of a hike no matter what. Given where the portal comes out and where we last saw it, we're probably looking at a couple days of tracking.
Well, I'm good to go.
Yeah,
Do you even sleep?
Maybe.
I had to AFK for a minute. Did we hear what our query is?
A black dragon.
Sweet.
So then he was just asking if folks needed any kind of rest time, because if so, you're kind of temporarily on the roster for the guild, so you could stay in some of the dorms upstairs. Or if everybody was ready to go. Either way, it's going to be a day or two of tracking based on where he knows the actual portal key lets you out.
Well, I have something I'd kind of like to do on my way out of town, but I can take care of that.
So it's only like early afternoon here, based on when you guys first came back to the bookstore. So he doesn't seem like he's in any specific hurry. If you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd like to attend to some personal matters.
I'd like for one of our meat shields and our healer to be present.
Well, I mean, this is even slight. This is a backstory development, I suppose. Say I received some sort of information about one of these tablets I was looking for before we got here, and now that we're here, I would like to see if somebody might be able to help me track it down. And I figured, maybe an information broker or any, I guess, religious figurehead or librarian might suffice.
Um,
I
you're
mean, I could
certainly welcome to try.
Yeah,
Are you asking him, or
No,
is it
I was
just
just
something you're keeping to yourself?
Yeah, this is. I was trying to figure out if I could slink away for a little while, and then go maybe talk to that guy who sent us here in the first place. He seems like he might know some people who know some things.
Oh,
Or at
Iggy.
least
Okay.
I could talk to Iggy about maybe paying to find some people who know some things.
Um, yeah, he'll. Lucius will just kind of chill here if you guys need some time, or I mean, if it's just you and everybody else is cool to hang out, or if anybody wants to go with you, you guys can figure that out. But you're
I mean,
you've he's cool with. I mean, he's been camped here for a good while anyway, so.
yeah. I mean, I can always just say I ran off, and we can deal with that in a bit. Whenever.
Well, if you're wanting to do it before you go on this trip, then you got to do it now.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
Yeah. Now's a good time.
Sure. Flint is just booking it out of there without saying anything to anybody.
Wow, Flint really doesn't want to fight this black dragon. What a little bitch.
Fuck.
Pussy.
Yeah, didn't pitch him as a coward like that, from what I've seen. But each their own.
Well, we've already lost more money for the rest of us.
So Flint, are you just like up and booking it, or say
No,
anything?
I'd probably be like, I think I need to. I think I'd like to talk to Iggy before I leave about something.
I don't think he can do wills, can he? Last will and testament and all.
Well, I'd hate for this hammer to go to waste. My dad will kill me twice if I lose it.
Well, he does have that effect on some people.
I'll take it back to you, Dad. Don't worry.
You stay away from me, Hammer. I've seen what you can do to me, people.
Look, you just kind of get that like, oh, like, yeah, that he kind of turns back and just drinks his cup silently at that.
Ooh. Right. Well, go ahead and take care of whatever you want to take care of with Flamio there, and I'll be here when you're ready.
Absolutely. And then he'll bolt.
Yep. Is anybody following the dwarf, or?
Nope.
Will's not here to sneak behind me lazily.
I mean, I could turn into a bird and follow you. Wouldn't be that hard, but
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk
Now
up
look at
the
you
wall
not doing
and
that.
follow Flint.
literally just like casually walked down the street behind me. I'd never noticed.
You feel taller now.
Well,
All right.
if you all have stuff to do, I'll take advantage of the room and board. I have been through some things today, so I guess I'll take a little bit of a break.
Sure.
Same.
Yeah, you can
you only-
find an open room easy enough.
Yeah.
You only
Chill.
crash landed into this fucking street. didn't
I
you?
only, I only rolled across the street into a pile of food. And now I'm gonna go hunt a black dragon. Yeah, I've had a day.
There's a Welsh room at the end of the hall, too.
Oh, nice.
So, Flint, give me a survival check to
Oh,
try and
God.
make it back to a place you've only seen once in a city you've never been to before.
Woo!
Unless you want to argue that you can use a different skill for this.
I mean, me. I wouldn't argue history. I don't make no map. I didn't do none of that. My brain's not that good.
Uh-oh.
4 hours later, you manage to, after some rather less than congenial conversations with strangers, you're pointed the wrong direction and then eventually the right direction back to Iggy's shop. And you do see the familiar winking fire face there, and head back on in. Oh no, you're the only one who survived. Wait, you look very clean.
Nah, it's not like that. It's just I have I forgot to ask you about something while I was here last time, and this might be my last chance to really look into this. It'd be a waste anyway if I didn't make it.
Yes. Where is this going?
Well, you see, I'm sort of looking for a set of tablets, the sort of religious in nature, and I'll sort of like pull out the one that I have from my bag, and
Oh, so you don't mean like... Got it.
yeah, well, I was sort of informed that it would be in its sigil at the time. I mean, it could have moved since then, but I feel like this would be a pretty good place to start. And I'd be willing to do almost anything to find it.
Well, that is a very tempting offer. Unfortunately, that is a very small item in a very big city. I do pride myself on being able to acquire things that people want. I do so for a fee.
Oh, I'm not that richest man around, but I have some gold.
I don't feel very hopeful just at the outset. I don't know much about what it is you're trying to find other than, well, if it looks like that, there are lots of stones in this city.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to belong to a Torag. He's a god. I mean, He's
Oh, they are not allowed here.
what?
The gods, I mean.
That they're the what?
Well, you
Yeah,
said
there's a
it
sign
belongs
outside that
to
says no gods allowed, and they just follow it.
the lady. Does not allow the powers into the city. So you said it belonged to Torag. Well, he's not here.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I don't think he definitely doesn't have it in his possession. He left this one with us, and I've only got a lead on this one and one more. I mean, is there a good place to start looking?
You're very cute when you babble. You know that.
I've never been told this before, but
Right, I tell you what. How about a good faith deposit?
I believe I could work with that.
Let's say you give me 50 gold to start asking questions around. And when you come back, I'll let you know what that is found. Maybe it's information, maybe it's names. Maybe anybody I send out with the question doesn't come back, and that's information.
Flint will like immediately just bury his face into his bag and pull out his wallet and start counting the coins.
I imagine it's like bobbing for apples. He's just
basically, and he's gonna go 50 and he's gonna hold on, and he's gonna put 10 more on top, and he's gonna sort of like hand them over to Iggy. He's like, oh, I appreciate anything that you could find for me, Iggy. I appreciate you not turning us away at the door and helping us get the lead on our way through.
I do apologize, but I said 50.
Oh, well, the rest is for you.
No, not 15.
Yeah, no, 60 here.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you counted out 15.
No,
no. Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Oh, 20% tip. Well, I will see what I can do.
68 gold left. Easy. And I'll like shake his hand as I give him the gold. Oh, this means more than you know.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
I'll be back, assuming I don't get incinerated, you know, by a dragon or how whatever else he has us fight.
Well, that certainly sounds exciting. Yes, I do hope you come back, because that will mean that my word was good as well. And we can continue doing business, so...
Good seeing you, Iggy.
Don't be shy.
Oh, I'll be back. And
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, do you have a map or anything of town or any semblance of a way to get around here without being lost for hours?
Well, I mean, no, but... And he'll just, like, sit down with you for a minute and kind of draw out on, like, the countertop with, like, some like, laying out some pencils and, like, a quill and things. Like, okay, no, this is the main ring road that goes around, so you probably want to get back to that. And you probably followed that for a while. And given where the fathoms reject... Okay, so you're going to look for... And just, like, gives you some markers to make it much easier to find your way back.
Oh, okay. Oh, it makes so much more sense when you're explaining it and not surrounded by people and creature and you know the streets in some ways. Appreciate it, Iggy. Bye.
Yep. Okay, you're able to make it back in like a half hour.
Woo! I'm not lost. All right.
I'm going to note that down so that when Flint's dead.
No.
Okay. You make it back to the tavern, or well, the members only tavern.
Woo.
And was anybody else wanting to do anything in the 4.5 hours that it took for Flint to go handle his business?
To have a 5-minute conversation with Iggy.
Lucky
Can
just
we
a hand.
are there any like libraries around where we can literally do research on a black dragon? See if we can't pack something that might give us some kind of advantage.
Like
Yeah, there's
Dragon's Lair
actually
has.
there's a reading room in the guild hall. I mean, they kind of collect material on different monsters.
Okay. Because I'm going to say that Blaskin's never encountered a dragon except for the baby blue one, but he does know that dragon's bad.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go take a read about black dragons.
Yep. You get the main bullet points on the critter, just for clarity, because I'm assuming Blaskin would then share his knowledge.
Yes.
So, really good senses. They've got blind sight, dark vision up to 120 feet, and really high passive perception. Immune to acid damage. Fairly high natural armor from the scales. And the potential for an acid breath weapon.
Would it be possible to go shopping around town for a potion or armor or such that would give us resistance to acid damage?
I think so. The only thing I'm wondering is if anything you've... Oh. Yeah, if it's just you, I'd want you to give me like an investigation check to try and, find a place to buy it. If anybody else is assisting, then you guys can do it with advantage.
I'll tag along if you don't mind.
Cool.
There's no soup at the library.
There's no soup here. I don't want them to kick me out.
At 19.
Yeah, nice. You end up asking a lot of different people because nobody really stands out as like, oh, that looks like a person, somebody that really knows where the nearest apothecary might be. But your shotgun approach works pretty quickly. About 20 minutes later, you're directed over to just a specific like. It's not like a potion shop. This is somebody that does a lot of chemistry type stuff for some of the foundries in the guild hall area, or the guild hall ward. So they also stock things that help people, kind of protect themselves from some of the materials they're working with, like especially the folks that work on like etching metals and things. And they can set you up with potion of acid resistance at about 300 gold a pop.
Damn.
You like being mugged.
But you
Oh,
also have that knowledge if you want to come back and be like, anybody got
Yeah.
any money?
I'm definitely going to go back and be like, hold on 1 minute. I have some friends that might want some. And I'm going to rush back and I'm going to tell everybody,
They're not going
"Guys,
anywhere."
There's people. Black dragons breathe acid, and there are people here who sell potions of acid resistance. The problem is that it's 300 gold apiece. The good part is that if we live, we get a lot more money than that. And I like to live. So anyone else who wants a potion of acid resistance, follow me because I'm going back.
Would I know from the time we've spent together of Tony having any spells that basically give such ability for us?
She's actually, let me check the cleric spell list because I mean she basically has access to anything she can pray for. Um,
I'll have to check my spell list too.
I'm just looking for resistance. Is that it? Oh, that's just one willing creature and touch. I don't think anything in the cleric spell list specifically gives you like elemental resist. I'm looking.
Not for other players, but
well, resistance a cantrip, but it's a concentration, and it just gives you a D4, so you can't protect the party on.
Right. That being said, there are, if you're just looking for like greater kind of shielding spells, oh, that's a, I think that's an AC buff. Yeah. I know there's something that can protect against, well, hell, your tiny hut could potentially block that.
that's our ritual spell, right?
Yes, and even if it
Not exactly something we can do mid-combat.
no, even if it was cast spontaneous, that is 1 minute cast time. So I would need 60 seconds to get it off. 10 combat rounds with a dragon. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm sure that'll work out, right?
Keep him talking while I'm casting this spell that he totally doesn't pay
Get him
attention to.
monologuing.
Ask him a riddle. Propose a paradox.
I was built with paradox-resistant crumple zones.
Lucius will make mention, look, I'm kind of invested in this working out, so I'll spot you for 2 of those if you want. I mean, I already got a lot of money riding on the line, so, you know, you gotta front some of it, I'm sure.
Well, I
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of cash on me. I can pitch in 100 gold, but that's about it.
Will's gonna offer to buy one.
That's what you get for not being here, sucker.
Actually, no, he'll just put forward another of his aquamarine. There we go.
I will.
He's
How
got
many
some
people do we
cash.
have? 7?
Okay, there's one.
I'll buy one for myself too.
Unfortunately, it's not a group spell, but 3rd level protection from energy. For the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to 1 damage type of your choice. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. But it's 1 person concentration for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Cleric, druid, ranger,
So-
sorcerer. Now, our cleric, our druid, and our ranger could cover themselves.
Will does not know that one, though. Will has a very limited spell list.
I actually have a.
Wizard has it too. So
I have a plan that isn't protection from energy. If I'm going to eat acid damage, I'm just going to hit absorb elements.
Well, that's for doing melee, isn't it? And only a D6 of it.
Isn't it? No, I gain resistance against it, and the first time I hit with a melee attack on my turn, the target takes an extra 1d6.
Okay, that's what the D6.
Yeah, and the d6, unfortunately, being acid damage, I wouldn't actually get that damage, but I would use a reaction, and it would be a 1st level spell instead of a 3rd.
Okay, so Will can cover almost 2 because he's got an aquamarine worth 500. So you know what? He's just such a generous guy tonight. He's going to cover 2 by throwing in an additional 100 gold.
Oh my god!
Can you be like, why am I poor?
Well, he is a prince or whatever, isn't he?
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
if he
throw-
survives to get back to it.
Until
throw
he
those
gives away his
potions?
entire kingdom away for
Yeah, let me
potions
find
of
him.
acid resistance.
Okay. Either in the party sheet or in the chat or something, so we can add it to our.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the party sheet, then you guys can divvy them out. If I can find it, I've got so many windows open. Okay, so potion of acid resistance, and we've got. So let's see. Lucius paid for 2, and then Will paid for 2 more. Someone else said they were
I got one for myself. I just stuck it in my inventory.
like. Did you put the money forward?
Yeah, I have
Or you just-
97 GP left.
Oh, okay. So let me bump this up, back up to 4 then, because that means we bought 5, so we're only missing out on 2.
I'm monster hunting this. I'm not going after a black dragon unprepared.
Tony's got the spell where she can cover herself. Not images. What am I looking for?
What's the worst that happens?
We get hit with a big breath. Dude, remember the Yeti that almost killed us?
I don't.
Yeah, I bet you fucking
Yep.
don't.
Oh, Tony's gonna buy one anyway.
I just remember running away like a bitch.
Okay, so then that adds one more to the sheet, which I think should cover, because Blaskin's already got one. She's going to use a spell, so they're down to 5 people. And yeah, then that'll be the 5th potion. So everybody else who needs one, there are potions of acid resistance in the parcel items for the party sheet. And everybody should be in the party at this point. So you should be able to drag one for to your own inventory. And if for any reason it hasn't been put in your inventory by the time people are trying to use them, then we can just pull them out of the parcel items.
Are they unidentified? I just see 5 potions. That's something. There they are.
There it is.
My bad.
I will take one, and just in case, there's a vat of acid or something.
It's a super fancy soup.
Yes.
And if you don't drink it, you might become a super fancy soup.
My dream.
Such is the cycle.
You live
This
by
is
the
the
soup,
way.
you die by the soup. All right, well, I'm glad I did my part. That was the good research that I was looking for.
I did my part.
As I say, I'm doing my
doing
part.
Stepping on little baby dragons.
Look, it
I'm
did.
not trying to play with another breath attack that murders us.
Awesome. Anybody else want to do anything as far as prep work or character or otherwise? At this point, Lucius will suggest, everyone get a good night's rest so that you guys can start fresh in the morning. Also, he's had like 3 more beers sitting there, so he's. I think I'm gonna hit one of those dorms myself and see you bright and early in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
See you in the morning.
And I think everyone's healthy, so I don't. If a long rest matters, then I can hit the
I'll get a
button.
bunch of level 1 slots back.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All those good berries come back.
Good Berry's a fucking awesome spell, okay?
Yeah, it is. Just make sure you when you have any kind of spell slots left over at the end of the day, you just burn them all on good berries because they last 24 hours.
All right, you guys get a good night's sleep. Nobody has any weird backstory related nightmares.
Damn, those are my
Aw,
favorite.
damn.
I
And,
love finding out how French Scott is.
Look, it is the flag of my people. Notice it is white.
Now, before you guys go trudging through the the wilds of Outland, which is not your standard forest by any means. Do you want the meat shield and the healer actually present for that?
Probably would be a
I'm
good
the meat
idea.
shield.
Because, I mean, that's a perfect place to start. Then in the morning, you guys have figured out all of the tasking. You've got a clear path in front of you with an old guy who, you know, just got his last group killed, but whatever.
The professor was right. We're not nearly as good as his last crew.
And we could just start there next time.
No, that's an old Futurama joke. The professor told his current crew, "You're not nearly as good as my last crew," and then they find a recording of the last crew saying the professor was right. We're not nearly as good as the crew before us.
Oh God.
It's one of the best jokes that Futurama ever had.
Yeah, I think we should wait for the others. Plus, if we do get to the point of actually getting to a dragon, that's a fight everybody would enjoy being.
I was hoping so. Okay, well then, yeah, Lucius will just gather you guys together in the morning with a, you know, very, you know, senior citizen 6 a.m. early knock on everybody's door. Round up the crew, get some quick breakfast, and then take you off into the city to where the convenient portal key is that or portal is that he has a key for.
Hell
And
yeah.
we can start that trek next week. Unless you want to swap again.
That's up to you. If everybody, I mean, I would say that we're about to go fight a dragon. I'd kind of like to do that. So
Yeah, we can
I
hold
wanna
off
do
on
this.
brutalizing my loved ones.
I like going campaign.
oh, just
not session
just
to
wait
session.
till you finally get home.
Oh man, yeah, you really
I
want to
don't
go
wanna
back?
go home
I don't
anymore.
know.
Yeah, we are.
Just every single citizen is up on like a.
We can also
key or
play
a
it by
gibbet or
ear
something.
with. Let's see what Mimi's got. If she can make it.
Yeah,
or
we'll
not.
see if she responds tomorrow.
I'm just saying, I don't like going session to session. I like campaign to campaign.
All right, well, yeah, we can just start right here next week then, and hopefully will be back from Hawaii, or Nick, whatever. We'll be back from Hawaii, and you'll have a cleric in your party.
I hope so. Thanks for
All right.
watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, Internet.